one of them, you're gonna leave the other eyebrow like clean.
Yeah, yeah.
Thanks.
It's exactly that's
I
how upset I
appreciate
am.
that you're gonna neglect one eyebrow and focus all of your stinky sits on the other one.
Yep. Oh,
Yep.
stinky sits. Fucking hate you.
Oh,
So,
stinky sits.
today we're doing a little side episode where we're talking about Stranger Things. Just came out this past Wednesday, season 5, episode 1 through 4.
Holy shit.
And it's so far a banger. So we wanted to do a small little side episode. When I say a small side episode, I mean it's probably going to be the same size of our other YouTube episodes, because we'll chatty Cathy's we'll get to chatting, we'll get to talking.
When them hens getting the clucking.
So, um,
No? Okay.
we're yeah, no, dude, I'm upset with you. I'm upset with you because you didn't watch the fourth episode. I said, hey, let's
I
watch.
know. I didn't watch
Let's
the
watch.
fourth episode.
You
I was
didn't watch the
puzzling
climax.
without you. I know. I know.
You literally took the climax out of the conversation. You fucking fuck nut. Anyway, I'm gonna ruin it for you. How about that? What if I just spoil the shit out of the fourth episode? That would be the meanest thing I've ever done. I would never do that.
The
I
funny
couldn't even.
thing about it is people try to tell me like what happens. Like they're like, "Oh man, did you see the new whatever the fuck movie it is?" And I'm like, "No, I haven't. What happens?" And they tell me, and I'm like, "That sounds crazy, dude." As soon as the opening credits start, like I'm sitting in the theater or I pop the movie on at home, I forget.
I believe that 100%. I
No,
believe that 100%.
that's
You know the
accurate as
reason.
shit.
You know the reason why I believe that. You know the reason why I believe that 100% is because you'll pick a movie for us to
Yeah,
review.
sure.
Forget that you picked a movie. I'll
Yeah.
watch the movie, and then the night before we're doing the podcast, go, hey, so what movie are we doing? And then I would say, this movie. And you're like, oh, when did we pick that? I was like, you picked it like 3 days ago. And it's like, oh, yeah, I forgot. So I believe that. I believe that
I also forget if
your
I
mind is
watched
like a
it
black hole.
previously. Yeah.
I'm gonna have to feed you soup when we're older, like the kid in Weapons did to the other
Ooh.
kids.
Is it gonna be chicken noodle soup or is he gonna spice it up every time?
Didn't he did I don't I didn't did wasn't it like cream of chicken, or was it chicken noodle? I thought it was something grosser than chicken noodle, like cream of chicken. It might have been chicken
I
noodle
think
though.
that's the point of horror movies is that you have to make it gross no matter what it is.
Yep.
It has to be disgusting.
Has to be the
Like even
grossest
if it was
version.
just regular chicken noodle soup, they'd still make it creamy and gross
Oh, it was
looking.
gross. Oh, it was so gross looking.
Yeah.
Anyway, enough about all that jibber jabber, dude. So we're also going to talk about Welcome to Derry,
Enough of
just
that fucking
because
jib jab.
there's a lot of relevance here, a lot of common ground, if you will, a lot
Sure.
of stuff that coincides with each other. So it's going to be, and plus, dude, I think both of us have been biting at the bit to talk to somebody about this Welcome to Derry show. So since you haven't seen the fourth fucking episode, you piece of fucking shit, why don't you start? Give me your fucking stupid, I'm gonna savor it opinion. It must be nice to have discipline and fucking.
Dude,
Uh,
I don't have discipline. It's like it's a conversation that me and my girlfriend have. It's we watched the first two episodes the first night, right? And then I was like, we shouldn't binge this because we're gonna want another fucking episode, and then we're gonna have to wait. And patience is a bitch. You know what I'm saying? I gotta fight. I gotta battle that. So, you know, deal with
but
it,
you're
man.
doing it in a pay. But I don't understand your logic, because how are you not feeling that way about the ending of episode 3 going into episode 4? Like knowing that there's another episode there for me to watch and not watching it, I think is worse than I have to wait because there's nothing there. Like, that's crazy to me. That's crazy. You're crazy. Anyway, so what's your opinion?
It's it's the fact that it's bothering you so much makes it a little better.
Of course it does. Of course it does.
Dude, I have to say that. Remember when I said that Alien Earth has, and I know I keep bringing this shit up, but I got to use it as an example because I fucking said it and I'm going to eat my words during this. But I
Yeah.
said that there's too many people, there's too many storylines and arcs that are happening, and it just seems very forced, right? Like it's like there's an organic feeling that's happening, but it just feels like, and I'm the person who wants things to happen quick. You know what I'm saying? I don't need long drawn out fucking scenes. I want it to happen. But it didn't earn it. Alien Earth did not earn the amount of storytelling that they're trying to provide and force up our ass. Where Stranger Things has earned every 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 step of the way. They've earned all of their fucking clout or whatever, all the respect for sure, because they definitely know how to tell a fucking story. And from Jump Street, as soon as this fucking first episode came out, I mean, it hit you, it hit you fucking hard, bro. And I gotta say,
I've been waiting 3 years.
bro, Stranger Things and Welcome to Derry are probably the two best fucking series out there right now.
Yeah, yeah. I have some things to say about that too, but yeah, I agree with you wholeheartedly.
Like, I mean, at the end of season four, the cohesiveness of everybody doing their thing and like, you know what I mean, like all the different
Hmm.
points of view and everything that everybody was doing. Like, yeah, there might be some plot holes because how does everybody know what everybody's doing? Because they're all over the fucking place, but it worked.
Right.
So if it's entertaining, you have a let you know you don't really rip it apart as much. But with this season, they're going over plans. They're talking about shit. They are a well-oiled machine, and they have one goal, and it is to stop Vecna. And just fucking wow, dude. Like every fucking twist, every fucking character, like the character development is amazing. The characters that they introduce, um, dude, fucking uh, the main dude, not the main dude, but the kid with the older sister, right? Wolfgang's his character, right?
Yeah, yeah.
His parents, these two comatose fucking idiots that have been
Hmm.
fucking vacant for fucking 4 episodes. Like, how the fuck do you not know where the fuck your
Button of the
goddamn kids
joke.
are?
Yeah, button of the joke for 4 seasons for sure.
Dude, I mean, they have just been absent. Like,
Oh, just white bread,
mentally and
dude.
physically. They have just like they just didn't write them into
Yeah, yeah.
anything.
No, they were
They
they were like the
finally gave them something.
yeah, they were like the comic relief slapstick kind of like, oh boys, like they're Charlie Brown parents basically. They might as well have been whoa 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 whoa. They meant nothing, and then
They've done
they
nothing.
turned them into something. Well, I will say, the Wheelers is who you're talking about. The Wheelers' mom, Mrs.
Yeah, yeah,
Wheeler,
yeah.
she did have a little bit of an arc of road with
Oh, in the third season, yeah, yeah.
third season, yeah.
Because she tried to
Um,
make it with that young fella,
yeah, she tried to,
Max's
yeah,
brother.
Max's stepbrother, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, but I know what you're getting at. I generally speaking, yeah, they've been milk toast at best. Um,
Right.
yeah. So, all right. So, yeah. So episode one hits you pretty hard. So for me, episode one is like, the kids are back. They're back. Everyone's
The
back.
boys is back in town.
Boys are back in town. We've been waiting for 3 goddamn years for this shit. At least, has it been 3 years? It's been fucking forever. I know that, dude. It's crazy, but
It's long
uh,
enough.
I know that there was outside things that made that happen. COVID being one of them. The writer strike, or I was like our writers and the actors guild strike that fucked things up, and then other people, and then that made these more famous actors that's in the show that got other work. Kind of fucked with that a little bit too, because everything got fucked up because of COVID and the strikes. So I know there was a lot of reasons why it took this long, but goddamn, you left us on the craziest cliffhanger on season 4, and I've been
Yeah,
waiting.
really.
And that's kind of an uphill battle to climb when you're sitting there and you already got this crazy fan base who is like, it's almost like you got your diehards, but you also got people ready to watch them fail. They're like ready to make fun of it. They're
Sure.
ready to be like, it's not as good as everyone thinks it is. And then when you give them that opening of like 3 fucking years for the show to come back on its final season,
Yeah.
it leaves room for error. And I tell you, they rose to the challenge. What's really cool about this season is like the way season 4 ended felt more like way more of a cliffhanger than any of the other seasons. All the other seasons,
Hmm.
there was a satisfying end to it, where it was like this end, but then there was a dot dot dot, a PS I love you, if you will, just a little dot 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 to be continued. But season 4 was like catastrophic. This shit is going to get insane in the 5th season.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so to wait 3 years for that, but yet when season 5 started, episode 1, immediately I felt the same way I did in the very first episode of every predecessor season. I felt joy, happy. The music came on, the thing that they did with the fucking Netflix symbol. It made me feel good in my jellies, dude. My jellies were
Is that
rocking.
the sound it makes?
Yeah, I don't know how to. I'm not going to try. I don't know how that weird bird call those fucking things do.
Really, I always like, equate the Netflix thing to like the Law and Order thing. It's like bong bong, and then it fucking starts.
No, I'm talking about the noise that they did they've been doing the noise of the Demogorgon. That's what I was trying to
Oh,
do. I can't do it. It's a piss poor
it's
attempt.
just the clacking that it makes.
The
Yeah.
yeah, like that sound happened when they were doing the fucking in pop up and shit. And I was like, God, it was so good. And dude, episode 1, they introduced like the dungeon crawling. Their
Hmm.
references to D&D are
Tight.
seamless and apparent in every season. And I love that they went the dungeon crawl angle, because they didn't really. I mean, every season's been kind of a dungeon crawl, right? But this time they're like, no, we're actually calling them dungeon crawls. We're doing like every season's been an adventure, not a dungeon crawl, an adventure. This is like, no, this is what like a
It's everything seems like a quest for a lack
yeah,
of a better term. It's a dungeon. It's a Dungeons and Dragons quest. Like,
right,
and you got to see that in season 4, right? You got to see all the
yeah,
different fucking factions of guilds, so to speak, right?
right, in groups and stuff. And the thing I wanted to bring up, and then I'll toss it back your way. Are you still there? You're glitching out on me. There you are. Hey, oh, hey. So, the thing I wanted to reference was what you said about Alien Earth. I want to make this point before we move on. Alien Earth, first of all, starting to feel more like a dog turd. I was a stark defender of it, but the more I'm seeing better shows, I'm like, yeah, this was clearly better. Like, I haven't gotten aggravated or had to defend Welcome to Derry once, or Stranger Things for that
I
matter,
felt like
at
you've had
least
to
in this season.
defend Welcome to Derry to me because I haven't watched it yet, and I
But
was
before
like,
you
I don't
watched
want
it,
to
yeah,
do this.
I'm talking about defending like a scene,
Oh yeah.
to,
Oh no 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 no.
like specifics. But one of the things about Alien Earth, you mentioned like there's too many characters, too many stories. Here's the secret. This is the reason why Stranger Things works, and Welcome to Derry, right? Very similar
Hmm.
formula, which I'll go deeper in later. Here's the thing. Alien Earth, you know what they are lacking? Good characters. That's the reason why Alien Earth sucks, dude.
Yeah.
Look at all the characters. You got maybe two that you fucking like. The rest of them are annoying as fuck. All the robots are annoying. The fucking a lot of the people are annoying. The big bad guy is annoying. It's just annoying. It's a competition of who can be more annoying in that show. Who could be more of a I don't give a fuck about that story arc. So when you're
Yeah. I just don't like it how they're like, you want to see everybody die in this show. Where
right,
when you watch Stranger Things, you're like, I want everyone to
I want
live.
to live. Well,
Even the
another good
fucking guy
example.
who's doing the deliveries in this season. Like when he was introduced last season, I was like, this guy's annoying as shit, but he's got some redeemable qualities. And then in this character, like in this season, he's just like a side bitch, really.
Right,
He's like the guy who gives you all the shit during your
right.
campaign, like you run into like a merchant or something. That's him. Dude, the references are fucking crazy and I love that.
Yeah,
Everybody is falling into their place and into their fucking
right.
spot and it just feels so good.
And they almost
I'm
have
sorry.
their own. No, no, don't be, please. Everybody has their D&D archetype role too.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone knows who they are. Um, yeah, we'll go in more specifics here, but the last thing I want to talk about when it comes to the Alien Earth comparable, Walking, and because we mentioned earlier, I loved Walking Dead all the way up until like season. I don't know. It's when that the baseball bat guy came about. That's
Sure.
the last episode I saw was the beginning, the season one of the season after he beat the brakes off of people. So like
Sure.
I saw who he beat the shit out of, like who he killed, and then
You
like
saw him
them
kill
going.
Glenn.
Yeah, I saw him kill Glenn and the ginger army guy, and then
Mm-hmm.
they went to their town, and then there was a king with a lion or a tiger, I don't remember, a big cat of some kind, and immediately I was like, gay. This is fucking retarded. And it was just slow and dumb, and I hated it. And then it reminded me of like the reason why I found Walking Dead so annoying most of the time, and I just kind of it was like neglecting for punishment, is because they did the thing that I think somehow Stranger Things found the cure for, or like Stranger Things did the exact same thing that Alien Earth and Walking Dead did, but better, which was I hated it when the characters would separate and then you waited all season for them to get back together and have like this big blowout, right? Like that was the whole point. They would separate off into groups, and Walking Dead did that all the fucking time. It drove me nuts. They had their group and then they would get split up somehow. And
Yeah.
the thing that annoyed me about that in Alien Earth the same way, the thing that annoyed me about that is there was only and then that's what the answer was. It finally dawned on me with Stranger Things of why Stranger Things did it better. It's because going right back to what I was saying before, Walking Dead only had maybe 5 characters, maybe, that were interesting, and they split those characters up into their own subgroup
Right.
of with other characters that I could give a fuck about, right? I care
Right.
about Glenn, Maggie, fucking Ranger Rick, and Daryl. That's it. That's it. And they're always
I wanted Rick
separated.
to die the whole time.
Oh, dude, Rick kept getting more and more annoying, if I'm being honest. But
Yeah.
so yeah,
Yeah.
you're right there. But uh, man, he made some good memes though. Sheesh, that was peak meme time right there. That guy memed it up, dude.
Carl. Carl.
Carl, no,
It's
Carl.
like he's just telling like dad jokes to Carl.
Pretty much. Oh yeah,
I don't
that's
know. I
so
don't
good.
remember any of them offhand, but they
I
were
mean,
funny.
either, but that's the best, dude. Those were the best.
Yeah, man. Look,
Anyway,
it sucks to suck, and
yeah,
when you drag something out, I think there's a fatigue. People see it, they feel it, they don't want to feel it. They
yeah,
invested time in it, and that's why people like it. I'm not like that. I
right.
don't give a fuck whether I love a franchise. If you bring out a stinker, you bring out a stinker. That's it. I'm not saying I
Yeah,
hate the entire franchise because of it. I might just hate that movie, like Predator. There's just things I don't
right.
like.
Of course.
So whatever, but that doesn't mean you hate the whole fucking thing. And unfortunately, with Walking Dead, I wound up hating the whole thing. It didn't make any fucking sense. You mean to tell me that
Yeah.
there were zombies and they still had gas to move their vehicles around? Whatever,
Yeah, I'm
whatever.
not. Yeah.
Stranger Things.
Stranger
Stranger
Things.
Things
Let's go.
popped the fuck off. You
Yeah.
know, they did the thing that I really enjoyed where they were like, yeah, so the world cracked open and then we put steel over it to cover it up and then people were sliding on it. I was like, that's exactly what would happen because
Yeah.
we are absolute dipshits as Americans. We would do that.
Right. Yeah.
Absolutely. All day long.
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Because it's wrong, it's dangerous. Of course you want to do it. So you're gonna get your fucking sled and you're gonna slide down some metal shit and hope not to fall into the center of the universe, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it's the dungeon crawling thing was cool. The rule, like everyone
I like the
has,
tunnels. The tunnels are pretty dope.
yeah, everyone has
I don't think Hop gets enough fucking credit, man.
dude. I mean, well, what's his name in Harbor? I think it's David Harbour or whatever. The actor, love him as an actor. I mean, since the
Yeah,
first
yeah, yeah.
season of Stranger Things, and I really started paying attention. I honestly think he did a badass job as Hellboy, and I rewatched that Hellboy movie. Not as bad as I remembered it, but still not good. Still not a good movie. There's things about it that I liked, but I think it was a rush job, and there was
Yeah, I think they put too many arcs. It's like they read a
yeah,
bunch of things, mashed a bunch of stories together where they could have probably gotten away with two
yeah,
at
yeah, yeah.
best. But neither here nor there. The makeup
Neither
was
here nor there.
piss
The
fucking poor, especially for him as being as good as an
but
actor as he is. But yeah,
he did.
whatever.
I think he was a good. I think he did the best with what he had, and I think he was a
Sure.
good Hellboy. But he's been a fucking solid actor all the way through, and that character is just gas, dude. He is just fucking awesome. I
Yeah.
I love when it's him and Eleven teaming up. Them together
Mhm.
as a unit, as corny as it might sound, because it's so ham fist that it's supposed to be badass, but god damn, dude. They're clearly like the most badass characters, but at the same time, they need the reconnaissance and the fucking resources that the other teammates provide. They're fucking they're crew,
Yeah,
man. They're a
yeah, and that's
fellowship.
the thing. Like you have standout characters, and they even weaken them in the storyline. Like as their stories progress, there's
Right.
something that hinders them, and then it makes the
Other ones shine.
ancillary
Yeah.
characters really kind of pop out. And I think it's awesome that Ella's powerful, but there's things that hold her back because she's too young and she doesn't understand. The thing she does understand, she doesn't know
Training,
why
yeah.
she understands them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, Mike, goddamn dude, finally,
Finally, bro.
finally,
Oh, dude, you
you're
have no
not a
idea.
fucking pussy. Finally, you fucking did something. When he
Yeah.
beat that Demogorgon with the fucking shovel, I was like, God
Yeah.
damn it, dude, about fucking time, dude.
About fucking time, dude.
Also, still love Lucas. Like he's still one of my favorite fucking characters. And Dusty. I really like that he
Well,
took the Eddie role. I love
Dusty,
that.
yeah. Dusty's been my favorite character besides Harbor because that's like that's kind of a gimme. I feel like that's all. That's like that I
You talking
forget
about Hop?
what other compare. Yeah,
You talking about Hop?
Hopper. I call him Harbor. I called him Hopper, didn't I? Yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
Hopper.
yeah.
Hopper. He's a gimme,
You could
but
call you
it's
could be cute and call him Hop, like the way
yeah,
Winona Ryder.
Hop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, Even Ronaldo Ryder's annoying ass in this movie is good, dude, or in the show is good. But yeah, Hopper's a gimme. Dustin has always been my favorite character since day one. Since day one, dude. I love his character. I love the growth of his character. I love his sensibility. His comedic timing. The actor who plays the
Yeah.
role is really good. I would like to see him in more things. It's crazy that he hasn't had more of a breakout role, but in other stuff. But man, he really brings the character Dustin to life. Um,
I think he really shined this season so far when I mean the kid gets his ass kicked
yeah,
and but he didn't go down like a bitch.
right.
He fought off three dudes. He fought off three football players. Like
Well, he's really intelligent. Like because all of them are nerdy and intelligent in their own way. It doesn't really get brought up as much, but he is like probably the smartest one of all of them, right? As far as figuring shit out and
well
and
they're all characters in D&D.
right. Yeah,
Every one of them is a character.
right.
He is the engineer or the trapper. Like he's the
Right. The
you
artificer
know
or whatever you want to say. Like he's good with his gadgets. He's the planner. He's kind of like a ranger of sorts, I would say, in a lot of ways. But
would you say he's like the like an alchemist because he's the one creating all of like the
yeah,
thingamabobs?
engineer, artificer, things like that. Yeah. Um, and
Man,
then
fucking the
they
D&D nerds are losing their mind right now. No, that's not
no,
it, you idiot.
no, that's not what he is. But
Sorry,
even
man. I like playing D&D, but I still get pussy. There's only so much I can
yeah, of
focus on.
course, I still know what a
Whatever.
pussy smells like. um. Anyway, god damn, it's
I mean,
19
all
degrees
dead
outside,
cats
but it's a
smell the same
fucking
when you put them
oven
in
in
the
here.
microwave, right? Huh?
Wow. 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 That's a
Wow.
crazy thing you just said to my ear.
Dude, the cat was wet.
Sheesh.
I needed to dry it off. I put it in the microwave for it was only five
All right.
seconds. It's
All
fine.
right. No.
I mean, it loses its balance every so often, but the cat's fine. Just a little more fluffy.
God damn, dude. Sheesh.
Also, that's a
Oh,
story from a urban legend, so
it is. It is. That's
that's what I'm talking
yeah.
about.
Yeah. I want to rewatch that
I
movie
don't
because
have
that
it. I don't have it in me to do that to an animal. That's
I
fucked
know
up.
you don't. Do. It just took me a minute to react to it because I'm imagining it, and it's kind of fucking me up a little bit. I imagined. No, I don't want to go into. I don't want to go into that anymore. They give
Yeah,
me the
you didn't even have to
heebie-jeebies.
touch base on it, man. I say a lot of shit. You ignore a lot of stuff. That was the thing that hooked you.
No, I'm trying to not ignore you as much on this show. So now you choose the time to talk about microwaving a cat. Anyway, what the fuck was I talking about? Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
about how smelly cats are.
Smelly cat, smelly cat. Yeah, but there's like the rogue
It's
character
not your fault.
with the. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. The the rogue. They recruit her sister again. Okay, yeah. So we're getting
Hmm.
all over the place. So episode one, great. They're trying to figure stuff out. They reference a book that was actually a big deal to me around that age group. I think it was around like I want to say I was like 11 or 12, and I read that book, A Wrinkle in
You should
Time.
just
I
lead with when I was 11, like when you were a little girl having to fight
When
monsters.
I was a little girl and I was playing imaginary teacup set, I
There you go.
read A Wrinkle in Time and I loved that book. I loved A Wrinkle in Time. It was actually one of the books that got me into like fantasy and sci-fi as books. It was really really cool. I really enjoyed it a lot. And so it was crazy that she was referencing things and this movie is referencing things that like brought back huge nostalgic moments for me. I was like, oh, I remember Mr. What's It? Huge.
Huge.
Very big. Uh
That's fucking tremendous.
Tremendous. She had very big nostalgic. Um she no, it was really cool. Really cool that that happened. And it made me just kind of love this season where it was going even more. And the other seasons, it took a minute to pick up, they're like building blocks to stuff. This
Yeah,
same
yeah. I
way
feel like it took them at least like 1 or 2 episodes in order for it to really pop off.
really start
But this
this.
this season pops off in the first episode, I think.
This it's the same thing of like discovery and building blocks are happening, but the blocks are way more. I don't want to say entertaining, but way bigger and more explosive, and they're getting to the point faster without sacrificing detail or levity. And man, I can't applaud them enough for knowing how to write a character and introduce
Yeah.
them into a story and make you feel like they're one thing and then exploring how there's something totally different, dude. And you, god damn it, I wish you watched the fourth fucking episode. I want to choke you out. You have no idea what you're missing. You have no idea,
You
dude.
want to beat me like you beat your dick?
Oh god, worse, dude. And I leave scars on that thing, and I want to fucking beat you worse than that, dude. I
That's
leave.
crazy. You put the mental picture you put in me of your dick is like it's calloused.
Oh, dude, it is. It's war torn, dude. You kidding me? I beat that thing silly,
It
dude.
looks like a fucking hot dog in a microwave. See, back to the microwave.
Sometimes I don't even use lotion just to punish it. You know what I mean? Just to kind of let it
Wow.
go through the sandpaper hand for a little bit. See what happens.
Wow.
Just hurt. Just give a little hurt to it.
How do you
Anyway,
have sandpaper hands? What are you doing? You laying brick? What
dude,
do you fucking around with concrete? You
You don't
don't
need to
look like a bricklayer. You don't.
you don't need to know.
Concrete. Shut up.
You don't need to know what I do with these hands.
You have baby soft hands. I know you do.
No,
You would have softer hands if you used lotion.
No,
Other
I've got.
places than your
I've
dick.
got.
But you,
Look at these.
no man, you are a fucking
Look at these
keyboard
calloused
warrior.
hands, dude. No, look at these
I
calloused
see
hands,
nothing.
dude. Well, that's because you're not looking. You made me hit my
Look
light,
at you.
dude.
Look
You
at
made
you.
me hit my
You
fucking light.
clumsy fucking oaf.
Getting me so upset, dude. Make me
With
hit
your
my light.
fucking lanky spider arms. And you're
I
always
do
banging into
things.
shit.
I used to do things that cause calluses, and I don't moisturize like I need to. Okay. Anyway,
You
enough
should.
about my hands. Enough about my hands. So yeah, we don't really need to break down each episode. It's just the
Fucking
general feeling you get.
masonry work.
They're building towards something big. You're really learning a lot about the Upside Down, and that we didn't learn about before. Vecna's getting kind of cool. It's just,
I like that
man.
Will is getting some, like,
You
I
don't
don't
even
know.
fucking know.
Dude, I feel like in the first season it was all about like him disappearing. The second season was like, hey, welcome back. We're gonna try to integrate you back into society and make sure you're not like, crazy or anything. And then the third season he kind of fell into the background as a fucking nothing
Well,
burger. And then this season, it's like, hey, he's fucking important as shit now. And I
so
like that. I
season
like that
one,
everybody has some kind of importance to this, is what I'm saying.
yeah.
To this season.
Well,
It's great.
Will's always been our lightning rod of a plot point for the show, right? He was
But
a
I mean,
big puzzle piece.
They only used him divisively, like
Yes.
here and there. They didn't give him like
Yes.
a full fucking.
Yes.
You know what I mean? It's like when they have Scarlet Witch and Doctor Strange in a fucking Marvel movie. They don't know how to write them, so they write them off, or they make them do something stupid where they're like, that
Right.
they can end entire universe. Like they're too OP. Where you
I
have this
think
character, they're like, we just don't know how to write his ass.
I think the acting ability of the actor too has gotten tremendously better and allows them to do more with him. So if you
Everybody's
notice,
gotten better for sure.
exactly. Everyone's gotten better, but now when it used to be, okay, yeah, these guys are the stronger personality types that are kind of carrying the show as far as the kids are concerned. Now everyone has a bite at the apple. Now everyone can kind of share screen time because they're all playing on the same playing field. But yes, I still agree with you that they've all gotten tremendously better. But dude, this is what's so, I hate to keep harping on it, but this is what's so disappointing about you not watching the fourth episode. Really, there's not worth anything talking about until you see the fourth episode, because that's where all that's where the whole fucking meat and potatoes is of this. It's it's mind-boggling to me that you stopped where you did. It's mind-boggling to me that you and your significant other sat there and made a decisive choice to go, no, I'm going to give myself the worst case of blue balls. Because where the fourth episode ends, you're satisfied enough to wait until Christmas. That's what's crazy. Is
That's
like
fair.
I
I'll
don't
probably
know.
watch it tonight then, just to
I
piss
I
you
don't
off.
know. I don't know how you sat there at the end of season 3 and go, no, this is a good place to stop. Yeah, that's what's crazy to me because that is a cliffhanger. Like episode 4 is a cliffhanger, sure, but like a huge thing happens, and at the end of it, you go, "Oh, you got to come, dude. You got to." I came
Dude,
six times,
dude, you
six
gotta
times.
understand something. The third episode, I called it, right? I was like, we were halfway through the episode, and I was like, I can't wait for Max to either wake up or show up, because I feel like she's a pretty pivotal fucking point to what's
Sure.
happening. Or, you know what I'm saying? Like, why are they sleeping on this, no pun intended, on this fucking character? And then when she showed up, I was like, awesome. Fucking awesome. I was like, I
Yeah.
am more than happy to wait a couple of days before we get to the next one. Um, Dude, I know my limits. I'm not a glutton. I know when I know to ease up and be like, all
No,
right,
you don't.
I
Yeah,
can have two
obviously you
slices
don't.
of pizza. I can have two slices of pizza and not eat the whole pie. You know what I'm saying? Like I
No,
can
that
chill
you know
out.
what
I can chill out.
what you did is you go, I'm going to order this pizza with dessert, and then you ate one slice of pizza, you didn't even touch the dessert. You go, you know what? I'm not full, but I'm going to stop myself and I'm going to sit and put it in the fridge and then stare at it through a window of the fridge until Christmas. That's what you did.
I'm glad you think very highly of me, like I have money to afford a fucking refrigerator with a glass door on it.
No, was
Thank
it?
you.
Of course I don't. No, of course I don't, you broke bitch. I was talking about it was an analogy.
Don't take it back. Don't take it back.
I'm taking it back. I don't fucking think you can
Anyone who
afford a
has a
fridge like
window
that.
on the door in their fucking refrigerator, it has money, bro.
Yeah, I was
Because then you
making
could just tap the fucking door and it just lights up and you can see what's in the bitch. It's pretty
all
cool.
right. I'm gonna turn you into a refrigerator. How about that?
I don't even know
I'm
what
gonna
that
murder
means.
you and turn you
If
into a
you put anything
refrigerator.
inside me, it's just going to get warm because I'm fat. I have a lot of body heat. It'd be more like a better analogy would be like I'm an oven.
No,
Like
you
you could
are a
climb into
bucket.
me like Luke Skywalker and like you could use me for warmth.
You would have some great guts. Those were the guts. They were gray. They looked gray. Anyway,
They were great. Everything
yeah,
in
I
that
don't even
scene
want to
was
talk about
very
this
white.
anymore. We could talk about Welcome to Derry because they're just, God damn it, dude. All of the shit I had. Why didn't you just tell me? You should have messaged me and said, hey, I'm not going to watch the fourth episode. So maybe we shouldn't talk about this tonight because there's
You
nothing
know,
we're talking about
because I
until the
here's what
fourth
I
episode
remember.
happens.
Here's what I
God
remember our
damn it.
conversation being a pothead. I'm sorry. This is what I remember. Hey man, you want to do an episode on the first episode of Stranger Things? And I'm like, all right.
No.
And that's what I
I didn't
heard. And I
say
was like, all
that.
right.
That's what you heard. That's not what I said. Why would I
And
do
you
that?
know how I heard it, but I read it. I read it in a text, but I heard it as you saying it that. And then I went,
Yeah.
okay. And then I went
Yeah.
home, I smoked, and then that's what happened. And I was like, I'm gonna go a little further. I'm gonna watch 2 more episodes. And then
No,
you wind up just being a glutton and finish the whole fucking dinner.
no, because that's what you do. That's why they released it the way they did, because it's a complete thing. Episode 1 through 4, complete thing. It's its own little pocket of thing.
Hey
It's a
Ben,
complete.
take this, what you're saying, a complete thing. The fact that you ate all that pizza and not the crust, it's not a complete thing then. You have to eat the crust. It's a complete thing.
I eat the crust now, not when I was 16. Get off me, okay? You
Nope.
you are a filler, dude. You are a filler. Anyway,
You
all right, let's
fat
talk about
gelatin filler bullshit ass,
just
not real
just
having meat.
watch, dude. I swear to God, watch the fourth episode with your lady tonight. You will not regret it. It will make you feel satisfied, and you will be fine waiting until Christmas. But God damn it, dude, there's so much awesome that happens in episode 4. So much awesome. You have
Like
no idea.
you selling me on the fourth episode is really building it up for everybody who's watching. They're like, "Oh, I gotta watch the fourth episode
They,
so bad."
the fourth
See,
episode, they don't need me to do it because they've already watched the fourth episode because they're not a
you don't know
fucking
that.
insane person like you. The fourth, I will say the fourth episode is one of I probably top three favorite episodes of anything ever. Ever.
The fuck does that
Really
even mean? What did you? How many series of things have you watched where you were like, the fourth episode is
thousands.
fucking phenomenal? Get the fuck out of here. You
It's
watched
it's
one.
that good.
You
It's
watched
that
Stranger
good.
Things. Just happens to be an outlier. It's a great series. Even the second series, like that was kind of
It's
trash. It's still better than most
this
series that's out.
episode
So,
4. Episode 4 is as good as the last season finale episode of season 4. That's how good it is. That's how
ooh,
good it is. It is. So True Detective, there I think it's like episode 4 or 5. It's the one where they do one camera angle and they're in the fuck it. It's the one that won Academy or the Emmy for. That I think is my favorite episode of anything ever, maybe second. This is like that good. That's how good season. It's probably to date up to this point the best episode of Stranger Things I've ever seen. That's how good episode 4 is. And I'm not even bullshitting. That's how good it is. That's why I'm freaking out on you right now because you stopped right before that episode. Things happen in this episode that made I literally dropped my pants and just started fucking the couch. I fucked the couch. I fucked the wall. I turned 13 and fucked everything in the
oh
house
my
again. That's how
god.
good this show is.
This show
That's
was
how good
so
this was.
fucking good. I started fucking inanimate objects.
I can't watch. I can't
I
wait.
shoved the full fucking Bright House remote up my ass. It was
I
so
can't wait
good.
to watch. I can't wait to watch this season again immediately. Like as soon as this season ends, I'm going to turn right around and watch it immediately. Then I'm going to watch season 4 to this again. Then I'm going to watch season 1 to the end again, and then I'm probably going to rewatch this season again after that. That's how good this season is so far. That's how good episode 4 is. I can't wait for 6 and 7
You
or
just described
5 and
like
6.
autism.
Oh, sure. Yeah, 100%. That's exactly what I did. That's exactly what I did. Um, anyway, all right.
That's how we watch movies. You just described how I watch all my favorite movies.
Welcome to Derry. We don't have to go
Oh
insane into
shit.
Welcome to Derry. It's the interesting
Dude,
thing about Welcome to Derry is it it just so happens to
it's
come out.
amazing.
It's amazing, but it just so happens to come out around the same time of a show that has a very similar premise and vibe. It's not extremely similar, but similar adjacent. There's also a little bit of history because I think I mentioned it on the last episode of the show, where the Duffer brothers pitched to Universal for them or
Yeah,
to Warner Brothers to be the ones to direct
right.
it. They got turned down. They said, fuck you, we'll do our own thing. That became Stranger Things. That's heavily influenced on Stephen King's universe. There's a lot of similarities. The Shine is definitely telepathy, other dimensional beings, a shared universe, blah blah blah. Definitely some it vibes, things like that.
Some
Uh,
Freddy Krueger shit in there. There's a lot. There's a lot that they fucking that they
yeah,
touch
there's
on, and I like it. I
that's
like
I
it.
mean when I my the stuff I write is there's a lot of homage to Stephen King and other things that I love too, so I it's totally fine, I get it, but it's crazy to me that the universe made it to where it just so happens that those same people and that same project series finale airs the same time as the series opening season for Welcome to Derry. So it's a very interesting parallel to me. And I mean, honestly, I feel sorry for Welcome for Derry because it's a fantastic show, and I think it's it's so good. I think it's as good as Stranger Things. That's how good I think it is. And I'm telling you, I am sucking the teat of Stranger Things right now. And I still think Welcome to Derry is like right on pace with how good it is. But
That's the
the
thing though.
reason,
They're both really good though.
but
They
the
like
reason why I
as
feel
far as
sorry
like
for what,
phenomenal writing and like just the trajectory of where the how like the pacing and just where these two series are going. Like
yeah,
this is you know peak home watching, like home cinema, like you know what I mean.
sure.
This is peak streaming right here.
A lot of money went into both of these shows. Lots of
And it
money.
shows. It
You
really
can
shows.
see it.
Like
You can
I
see it.
like so I don't know as much as Stephen King as you or my girlfriend does, but don't
Right.
worry, she's been pointing out every everything,
Yeah.
everything, to the point where when the girl was in the bathroom and like her fucking eyeballs were bleeding and they turn into bugs and pop out of her head,
Hmm.
and oh wait a minute, no, not that one. I think it's the other. I think it's the other scene when they're in the bathroom and the girl's trying to wash the blood off of her or something. I don't know, but there's like she hands her soap or some shit, and like the soap is like the name of a character. It was so fucking fast. I was like, how the fuck
Yeah.
did you see that? That like
Right.
she rewound it for me and paused it. She was like, look, that's this, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Like I'm
Lots of that going on.
not versed into Stephen King, but literally every 5 seconds there's a fucking Easter egg to his fucking universe. And I gotta be honest with you, to watch a fan see that,
Hmm.
that just shows you that the person who is making and developing this fucking series is also a huge fucking fan.
Huge.
And I love
Yes.
that. I love that because that just makes it full. It's a
Yeah.
full thought out. They have all the fucking, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
that, and again, that's why Predator works. That's why a lot of that's why Romulus worked. Fans, you have to be
Yeah.
a fucking fan. You have to be loyal. You got to love and feel passion for the thing that you're doing in order to bring quality fucking entertainment, man. That's the whole point of that shit.
Well, and to defend you a little bit as to why you were like, I don't give a flying fuck, because on paper, and I felt the same way until I saw the trailer, and I was like, I don't know, that trailer looks kind of spicy. Um, on paper, when someone says to you a prequel to it, your immediate thought is cash grab nonsense, right? Just like,
Yeah, yeah,
who
yeah.
gives a fuck? It's gonna suck. It's gonna be lame. We're on the heels of, or just got off the fucking bend with Alien Earth, and so we're like, is this going to be something to I'm going to have to get dragged through, and I'm going to be like, I like this, but I hate this, and yada yada yada. So like, I understand that completely, but the fact that this is a project that doesn't feel like a cash grab, it feels like you said, a love fest for the material. It's made by a fan. You could tell
Yeah,
it's
yeah, yeah.
made by a fan. You could tell it's not only made by a fan of it, but like you said, it's made by a fan who understands the world very well. Like,
Yeah,
I'll
no,
give
I
you
think that's really important. Like,
I give you a relevant example, right? So the world that all of this is based on is the Gunslinger, the Dark Tower series, right?
yeah,
The
I'm aware.
Gunslinger he wrote in like 19 like 80 or some shit. Like it was like one of his first books that he wrote.
Hmm.
Or I think, because I know Carrie was the very first book that he wrote that got published, and I think Salem's Lot or something was the close second.
And
I don't remember the order.
the Dark Tower series is still going. It's still happening, right? He's still
A little
releasing a
bit.
new book.
I don't know. I don't know if he's releasing. I'll have to look into it. But he did. I
He
think it was
is.
like
I'm
two.
telling you.
I think it was like 2018. He released a book called "The Wind Through the Keyhole," which I have not read yet. And then that's part of the Dark Tower series. It's kind of like a prologue, and then but like the solidified book series that has a beginning, middle, and end is books 1 through 7.
Hmm.
The seventh being the Dark Tower. But then there's like a comic book spinoff, but there's all these. Every book in his universe is shared to the Dark Tower. Like they're all connected. But anyway, um, I'll give you the reason I brought that up is the relevant in the same vein, somebody who was not a fan and was just hired on to do the Dark Tower movie. Worst hunk of garbage I've ever seen in my entire life. Even if I
Oh
wasn't
yeah,
a
that
fan of the
movie
Dark,
was dog shit.
yeah, even if I wasn't a fan of Dark Tower, I'd be like, this is just nonsense. This is just
I'm
bullshit.
not even that big of a fan of Stephen King. That movie was
This is
bad.
this is just a bad thing.
And what sucks is that it
They
had really good actors in it, but the movie,
they
like the story
crammed.
itself was just
Oh,
shit.
it's trash. They crammed seven books into one movie.
Yeah, you
Literally,
can't
it
do
was
that.
like,
You should
and it
never do
was
that.
horrible. It was so horrible. But that's because the guy they got to direct the movie learned English so he could read the book and direct this movie. Books and read this movie. He didn't grow up with it. This wasn't in his bones. He was just like, no, seems like a good payday. I'll do this. I'll take whatever bullshit
The
script
fact
you
that he
give me.
learned English, like he learned it very extensively, like I feel like if you learn a language to read the book to do the thing, like it sounds like it's more of a job than a passion project. But
Exactly.
I mean, I give him credit for learning a new language, but
I don't give him any credit.
that still doesn't save the
That was
fucking movie
bullshit
from
ass
being
movie.
complete dog shit.
So yeah, I mean, it's just a comparable of like in the same universe. What one and I think the director of it, the English isn't his first language. I think he's a Mexicana. He's a Mexican, not a Mexicant. See what I did there? See what I did there? A Mexican. Anyway,
That joke
so
was great when I heard it in Once Upon a Time in
I
Mexico.
know that's why I did it.
It wasn't great the second time.
You
It was great
know,
the first time I heard it, but I heard the joke again.
sometimes you just gotta be in my corner. Sometimes even when I stumble and fall, you need to be there to pick me up.
I'll be in your corner. I'll be. You could be my $1 million
You
baby. I'll
need to
be in your corner.
be, dude. What a
I'll pull
reference!
your
You're gonna pull
fucking
the
life
plug on
support
me.
cord.
You're gonna fucking pull the plug on me, dude. Crazy,
Dude,
you crazy
you're
bitch.
you're setting me up.
I did.
You're setting me up, bro. I don't
I
like it.
did. All right. So welcome from Derry. We're not going
Welcome
to go
to
through all these
Derry.
things. Welcome to Derry. Welcome
You said
Derry ice
welcome
cream.
in Derry, welcome for Derry. It's welcome to Derry. Fuck.
5 episodes. 5 episodes, and we finally
Yeah,
get to see Pennywise. That is awesome.
and it was, and you know
That
what?
is
It was a
awesome.
really good payoff because what they did show, the first episode, that birth scene was fucking crazy. Okay, and then the next episode they did it again, and it was a birth scene in a bed, and it's still fucking good.
That thing was
And it was
fucking
like, and
wild.
I was like, this is like the birth of Pennywise, right?
Yes.
So it's like they just keep the reference is just so fucking like they're drilling that shit in with all of the really cool fucking scenes that they've set up. It still is so full of fucking Easter eggs that you're just like,
Mm-hmm.
again, man, the passion, like
Th-
the fucking. This person
There's
is
a
losing sleep if they miss something. You know what I'm saying? Like you can
yeah.
tell that like they give a fuck, and it pays off. This shit's fucking dope, and it's actually pretty fucked up. It's not like scary. I could see what could be scary and what could be disturbing, but
Sure.
overall, I'm
Yeah.
just like, whoa, my jaded ass is loving it because it's so twisted.
Yeah, I think for people like you and I said this to you before I was off the record. To desensitize people like us, it's kind of hard for us to be like, "Oh, that was scary," but the scares and the grotesque and like the monster stuff in there is fun. It's fun, not in a
Yeah.
goofy fun way, but it's like, "Oh, that's rad." I'm doing this a lot when I'm watching it. The grocery store scene, because I brought that up to you the last time because
Mhm.
you didn't get to see that episode yet. That was creepy actually. Like that was legit creepy. I mean, all the way everything leading up to the actual part where her dad's in the fucking pickle jars, that wasn't that creepy. It was gross. and fucked up and crazy. But when she's going down the fucking aisles and it starts like turning
It
into like a
turns into
Twilight
like a
Zone episode,
labyrinth, like.
yeah, dude, and like and then the people
And of
that are
course, I'm thinking
fucking
of The Shining, like. Dude, that whole
yeah,
fucking scene, bro. By the way, see for the Stephen King things that I did read, like that I do understand. I was like, oh my god, look, the jars of corn, like the cans of corn, or like the cans of things, and how they start off turned one way, then they turn
yeah,
the other way, just like they
hmm
do in the Stanley Kubrick movie. Like little details like that. Fuck, bro.
yeah.
Like now I know
There's
why you
even
and my girlfriend are wetting your pants over this fucking show. Like
well,
it
dude,
really is fucking.
he does that. He does that in the book in the movies too. In the It chapter 1 and 2, there's
Mhm.
like what I really liked about so It
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
chapter
We
one.
talked about this. Like,
Yeah, it chapter 1 I think is a legitimately creepy movie. There's like really actual creepy parts in that movie that like are unnerving. One of the ones that I always think about, and it takes I think a lot of patience and trust in your audience to do this, but he left a lot of creepy stuff happen in the background and didn't even make
yeah,
it a focal point, and I loved that. The one that I think about specifically that's they literally give me the heebie-jeebies every time I watch it and think about it is the librarian. The lady librarian is
mm,
in the background of when the fat kid's reading the book, and
yeah.
like she just turns and looks at him and smiles, and then like and every time it cuts to
She
him
like fucking
blurred in the
twitches and
background.
shit.
Yeah, and she's like looking in the background like at him, and I'm like, dude, it like you but you the first time I watched the movie in the theater, I didn't even notice that. It was even it like took me a couple watches to even notice that. And that is genius to me because I'm like because when I noticed it, I go, oh, oh, that fucked me up a little bit. Oh shit. And he did that and this, but amped it up a notch. Dude, when
Yeah,
it's like doing in the fucking grocery store when it's doing those weird like leaning into it things. Like
yeah,
oh dude, it was creepy as hell. No, really cool. Really, I love that he's not blowing his load with Pennywise right out the gate. That it took 5 episodes for Bill Skarsgård to show up and put on the performance of his whole career, which is Pennywise, and just be like, oh, we got more Pennywise coming at you. And it just I
yeah.
don't know, that was really fucking cool to me. I
I
like how
just like the dude the references of like so like the old lady in the first movie, right? In it that turns
yeah
into that fucking monster. Like, yeah, you see her as a young woman in this series. Characters that are in fucking it, their parents are in this series. Like,
right.
there's things sprinkled all over the place. Everything from Cujo to fucking Christine, right? You have like Mike loves Christine on the fucking
Yeah.
on the chalkboard. Like, dude. I mean, I'm pointing out some obvious things here, but like,
There's so many though, and I can't wait to rewatch it to pick up on it. And before I forget, another parallel, and I just thought about this, and it makes me respect Andy Manatucci, whatever the fuck, non-spaghetti, actual Spanish, not spaghetti
Milanakis,
Spanish, Milaki, Milaki, whatever is
Andy
the guy.
Milanakis, yeah.
Is that how you spell his last name? Say it. I don't know. The guy that directs this whole thing. He
I'm talking about someone completely different, you idiot.
I thought you were. I could tell by your devilish little grin. He I have so much respect for him, even though it doesn't sound like it because I keep fucking up his last name. Because he was dealt this hand before. We're going way over time, but I don't care. We'll wrap it up soon. Because when it chapter 1 came out, it was right off of the Stranger Things season 1 came out. So Stranger One season thing came out before it chapter 1 came out, and
Hmm.
people were like already going, "Oh, it's a fad now of just having kids versus big scary thing." Right? And even though that was like
I didn't think
the
about.
Duffer brothers.
I didn't see that parallel when that happened, but and I still don't. I mean, I kind of see it now, but the stories are so different that I don't know, man. I can compartmentalize. Like I could
Sure,
I
but
could
a
see I
lot
could
of
see the love
people,
letter that Stranger Things is doing,
yes.
but
It's not a
it's
rip off. That's why it's not like in one didn't rip off the other. It's definitely
right, right, right,
inspired by, and it doesn't feel like a copycat. But the
right, right.
fact that it's like 70s 80s kids dealing with this fucking monster, the kids band together and the power of friendship takes over, right? It it came off there, it was still able to persevere, and yet he's matched with it yet again. Fucking 8 9 years later, he has to deal with Stranger Things yet again with this same material, and he's still going toe to toe with that beast.
Hmm.
I find that very incredible and endearing.
Now that you point that out, that's pretty cool because one of these is a gladiator.
Right.
You know, the fucked up thing about it is that it has to be better than its original
Yeah.
with Tim Curry. Like
And it is.
it has to be good.
I don't care what anyone says it is. It's the
I
it would
I do like Tim Curry for what he's done. However, I was too young when that movie hit television, and I didn't understand why he had alligator hands and a clown face. And then he turned into a big spider, and I was like, "Yo, what the fuck is even happening?" Like I was young, and I was
right.
like, "Yo, this movie is stupid as fuck, and it's too long. I'm lost interest. That there's not enough murder and death, and because that's what you want in a fucking thing." Also, I was
Listen,
younger, and I wanted more slasher shit, and I didn't get
nostalgia.
that with that. But with this, part one and two, I was like, "That's great."
That's
Skarsgård is fucking. He murdered it. He murdered
he
it. I don't give a
murdered it.
fuck. And the fact that the first it has fucking Wolfgang, he's in it. He's fucking trash mouth in the first movie in those two parts. So the fact that he's in those movies and it is still competing with Stranger Things, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
There's fun, there's connectivity there.
There's a
I
huge
don't know.
connect. There's a
I like
lot
it
of
all.
strong. There's a lot of strong connective tissue to the two. There's a lot of it. There's a lot of parallels between the two. To me, I find it more fascinating than anything. I think it's a very interesting thing that's happened, and the fact that literally he had to deal with it back in 2016, 17, and then has to turn right around and deal with it again in 2025, I think is really interesting. But I think honestly they can play nice with each other because I think if you love Stranger Things and you want more Stranger Things, you can
Yeah.
watch Welcome to Derry, because
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it's going to give you that same thing. So to kind of wrap this up, we talked about like the multiple characters, arc stuff like that. It does what Welcome Dairy does what Stranger Things does very well, which is
Mhm.
all the characters are interesting. I was worried that I wasn't going to care about what the military was going to do more than like but the way they're intersecting those characters, the way
Mhm.
how the puzzle pieces are kind of fitting. I love the lore of Pennywise and because I'm a Dark Tower fan, and once I was figure out that they were together when I was like reading all that shit growing up. It made me love Stephen King's universe and stuff even more. I've always been a big fan of it. I was always a big fan of Dark Tower. The two combined made it very much more of a love affair for me. So the fact that I'm watching this as a fan and I get to see it in that way. This is so far the closest thing to the Dark Tower universe that I've gotten that's good. And it's not even that close to it. It's just kind of like an appendage to the Dark Tower series. But the fact that we're getting the characters that we're getting with like the military trying to weaponize Pennywise, they're trying to fucking track him down and enclose him and stuff like that, which is a fucking terrible idea, but it is the kind of dumbass shit that the
Aren't they
US
trying to
military would
aren't they
do
trying to do
in
that
this.
with Vecna?
Yes, exactly. The parallels are there again, dude.
I think when I was talking to before about the bathroom scene, I think I was even getting them crossed. I was getting
Yeah.
the bathroom scene
You-
fucked up when after the Wheeler's parents are in the hospital and
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. But no, I mean I know what you mean.
Oh
There
man.
are some Easter eggs in the bathroom and the fucking it thing too,
No,
though.
but
But
it's funny that like how they bounce off of each other is. I mean, now that you're pointing out to it, there's a lot of similarities, and
yeah,
I'm not even bothered by it. I don't feel like I'm
no,
watching the same thing. I feel like I'm like,
Mm-mm.
oh, okay, like they're kind of following the same beat, but I think here's the thing. I think if something else were to come out right now and give us a group of kids that have to fight a monster, I don't think it would be as good because both of these already have established lore. You see what I'm saying? Like we've waited for Stranger Things. Like I said before, it's earned its fucking
yeah,
its fucking spot.
yeah,
Welcome to Derry again has earned its spot because they're taking Stephen King lore and riddling the series with Easter eggs, which is perfect. But also, this is not something that Stephen King wrote. So the fact that they're taking something that isn't even theirs, but everything is a beautiful fucking like, it's like a
well, the lore
like you
he
could you
wrote.
could see the respect, but like,
Yeah, so they are taking a lot of the stuff that he wrote in the book. Like there
but
are
what I'm
because
saying
they're
is
like
this he didn't write this. He didn't write this
correct,
series.
correct,
Right.
correct,
That's what
correct.
I'm saying.
Yes. Whereas the It movies is like a direct. It's like an adaptation with liberties here and there, but the general
For sure.
beginning, middle, and
There's just
end, and the
certain things we don't
characters.
want to see.
Right, but the beginning,
And
middle, and
Stranger
end.
Things is still
Right,
doing it without an
correct.
orgy, so
Right, yeah. God damn. Well, that's Stephen King on coke. That's what that is.
Yep.
But anyway, but no, you're right. He didn't write
Hey man,
the it Welcome Dairy.
before chat GBT, there was Coke.
Yeah,
There was Coke binge.
there was Coke
So
Binge.
you know,
Yeah,
respect. Respect, man.
to take
The fact that Stephen King
information
didn't lose his fucking nose and all of his writing.
through the fact that they took all these cokehead ramblings of a madman in the 80s and they distilled it down to early 90s. I don't remember when it was written, but and they distilled it to this is
I think it
quite
came out in the
good.
'90s, right? It had to have came out in the '90s.
I don't
It
care.
was like early
Um,
'90s. I was young.
but I do. The last thing I'll hit on here because we need to wrap up. Not a lot of big name actors in the show, yet everyone's hitting. Everyone's cracking out home runs, dude. There's not a single character in it. Welcome to Derry, where I'm like, oh, that actor sucks. Like everyone's putting on their best foot forward.
But you know how
There's
like we talk about how like horror movies are kind of hindered because they have like kid actors and they fucking
suck.
um yeah, yeah, and child actors are just fucking garbage. I don't know, man. It's like the cream of the fucking crop, man. Not
Yeah,
to quote
that
Randy
got
Savage, but like these kids in
cream
fucking
in the
in
crop.
Welcome, yeah, the kids in Welcome to Derry are.
Coffee.
I mean, they are fucking. They're hitting home runs, man. They're selling everything.
Homers, dude,
They're
sailing the
selling it.
ball into the stands.
Also,
Uh,
when that kid came back and he was in the tent, like that yellow tent or whatever, I was like, that ain't him.
yeah, I didn't think that was
I was
him
like,
either. He was
that
all
ain't him.
gray, dude. Yeah, he
And
was all
then
gray
yeah. And
looking.
then when he like when all the kids were fucked up and he wasn't, I was like, that's definitely not him. Why is he? He's
That's
leading
definitely
him
not
down
him.
there. Like he's leading him to
Yeah,
some like. Um.
I didn't even
Also, I
care
like
though.
that. I
I thought
like
that was
that.
so cool.
Like they got the black dude from basically from this the fucking Shining. They got his character
Hmm.
and he's like a
Hmm.
main. He's like the linchpin of the fucking story right now, and I'm like,
Yeah,
yeah, that's
dude.
dope
When
as
he did the
fuck. I
psychic,
love that. Like,
when he did the fucking psychic shit and went like that with his
yeah, yeah.
hand, oh, it was so dope, dude. I loved all of that. I love all of that. Yeah, and then the other thing I was going to mention is because I wanted to follow up on what I said earlier. Nostalgia is such a fucking it's crazy the blinders that people put on for the sake of nostalgia. I try to point it out on myself when I see it and be like, look, I like Willow, right? Willow was not a good movie, but I love it because I grew up on it and it's nostalgia for me. But I had this argument with one of my friends the other day. They were like, Willow was not a good movie. And I said, it is. And then we watched together and I fell asleep 30 minutes into the movie because it's boring as fuck, dude. And so
Yeah,
nostalgia.
but hold on. You know how when like adults look at children and they go, "Man, energy is wasted on the youth. I wish I had
Right.
all that energy." You know why like kids need all that energy?
To
Well,
get through
first off,
Willow.
they ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah,
Like
they
they
need that
have
energy to
nothing
get
to
through
do. They
Willow.
have no fucking importance, right? So they're also, but like in the wild, they would have to keep up. We don't need as much energy to like survive. They have to keep up. So they have energy and speed and shit, right? So they're like, oh, I was all wasted on the youth, or I wish I could bottle that energy. It's like, I don't know, just a thought. Just a thought.
I'm glad you gave me
But
that thought.
but
Anyway,
I
so let
think
me finish my thought, you piece of shit. So when people say to me that the It movie that came out in the 90s is better or even compares to these movies here,
it
you're
doesn't and
wrong.
it's not.
You're wrong. You're so wrong. It's just nostalgia, I promise you. I love Tim Curry. He's a
I
legend.
think that I don't think it's really nostalgia. I think it's the
No, it's
love.
nostalgia
No, listen to me. It's the love for a character. It's the same reason why people love Heath Ledger.
because of nostalgia. It's the
I
love of the
don't
character
think.
because of
Nah,
nostalgia.
man.
They grew up with that
I think
character
nostalgia is something a little different. I think people love Tim Curry for a lot of his roles, so they're immediately gonna like something else that he did, even if it's crap. Because they're like, nah, it's Tim Curry. And I'm not saying they're wrong. I mean, the guy's been in a
I
lot
think
of
with
fucking
this, it's
movies
nostalgia
that.
because they talk about the whole movie as a whole, not just as Tim Curry. And I think that anyone that says that, dude, even when I see Tim Curry lined up with that motherfucker, Bill Skarsgård, and the people are like, "Oh, Tim is totally," it's like, shut up, dude. No, he was not. He was good at best. It's a TV movie. It's a TV movie in the 90s, dude. Sucked balls. It was garbage, dude. It's not a good movie. I'm sorry. It's not. I
No,
watched it when I was a
I'll give
kid,
it to you. The
and it
first
wasn't even
it doesn't
scary.
hold a fucking doesn't hold a stick to this to the
No.
part one or two. Like, there's just no fucking no, absolutely not.
When I saw
I don't give a
it
fuck.
chapter
It doesn't.
1, when I saw it chapter 1 in theaters, it blew my fucking dick off. I was like, I fucking love this movie. It chapter 2, it's good, but it's not as good as chapter 1. Together as a whole piece, it works pretty well. But man, I think if you're not watching It Welcome to Derry, you're missing the fuck out, dude. Whether you're a fan or not, if you're a horror fan in general, you are missing out on, at the very least, if none of this attracts you, the very least you're missing out on some really cool fucking kills, some really cool monster designs, some really cool shot compositions with those monster
Oh
designs.
yeah. Oh yeah.
The lore is really fucking cool though, dude. I love that whole Native American shit that they're doing with that. That's really fucking, it's getting me right in the gizzard, dude. It's getting me right in the love handles, you know what I mean? And boy, your
That's
boy's
I
getting
you
love
know
handles.
I think that's some of the creepiest shit though.
Hmm.
Like some of the creepiest shit is Native American fucking,
I
you know,
agree.
that dark lore. Like
Yeah.
that's some
Folklore.
really creepy fucking dope shit. And I like that they're kind of you know they're fingering it a little bit and it's fun.
I agree.
They
All
finger
right.
bang the shit out of that shit.
Let's wrap this up. We were way over time. It's as long as a fucking well, in the longer episodes we've had in a long time, throw one off. But I'm not mad about it because there was a lot that we need to discuss.
We
So,
finally had something to talk about. We talked this long about how awesome these two things were. It's not. It's
yeah,
very rare. Like lately, like I said, we've been watching some stinkers, so it's kind of fun that we actually had we. Yeah, I'm
something
repeating
big to
myself.
talk
I
about.
drank
Yeah.
some. Yeah, the fact that we actually have something to say and we're praising something and not like shitting on everything.
Yeah.
We review one movie. We have nothing else to talk about, so it's kind of
I'm
fun that we
I'm
have a
sure
lot to say.
yeah, I'm sure we'll talk more about it. Welcome to Derry as the new episodes are released and, all that stuff. So, by the time this comes out, we will have already released our first double feature episode for the month of December. It'll have so basically the rest of this month we're going to be doing all Christmas snowy kind of things. We're going to be doing double features. We're going to
If this comes
uh
out after that, why are you telling people?
no,
This is
oh,
coming
I
out
don't know.
after that. The fuck? What you should be
No,
saying
it's
is that movie was dog shit, right, guys? Yeah.
I haven't
Those
watched it
two
yet,
movies
so
were
we'll see.
fucking a dog shit.
No,
There
this
isn't
this will come
enough
out.
water pressure coming out of that garden hose to clean that fucking shit. Ugh.
This will come out before that. This will come out after the dog stuff, the Wolf of Snow Hollow. I'm going to release this on Tuesday, this episode. So anyway, it doesn't matter. So the other thing I want to talk about
Oh
is,
yeah, things are all fucked up. I don't know when things are being released,
yeah,
so
it's
I
all
don't
right.
care.
Don't worry about it, baby girl. I got you. Don't you worry about it,
Thanks, Big
baby
Papa.
girl. What's your name? Why don't you talk to her? Anyway, but
Little girl, what's your
I
name?
know. Shut up, so we can end this.
You just got that song stuck in my head, you
I
fucking
did.
shithead.
So I know I've said this a lot, but I am. I hope you can't hear my child in the background. Um,
I can.
Great. So I'm going to be doing. I know I say this a lot, but I swear to God, this time it's for real. I will be doing streaming on video games. King River Rat. I'm gonna be doing horror games on the weekends. And I encourage. I think I'm gonna actually stream those on the pod's YouTube. And I want us to kind of why don't you guys come in and talk to me, man? Hang out. I'm gonna play a horror game of some kind. I think I'm gonna start with the Little Nightmare series. You're gonna watch me react to it, act all goofy and silly
Are you
and
talking? Are you
scared
telling
and
me you're
whatnot.
doing this?
I'm telling everybody that's watching this.
Oh, nobody's watching
I fucking hate you. Anyway, make sure you check that out. I'm going to be streaming a lot coming up. I'm going to start streaming on Wednesdays, Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, all at late night. I might miss a day or two in there, but they'll always be scheduled and always. And I'll let anyone know if I have to miss it or I'm late to it because I'm just kind of getting this thing going. But I want to stay dedicated. I want to do
this. Yeah.
it. I have fun doing it. So please come out, check that out, help support me and the show. Let me know what's up. Make sure you check us out on.
I'm gonna start watching horror porn parodies.
I
I'm
hate
gonna.
you.
I'm go. No, I'm
I'm
serious. I'm gonna like the Texas Vibrator Massacre. Yeah. Shit like that. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it. You're gonna see me react in real time. I'm gonna touch
hell yeah,
myself and.
hell yeah. Anyway, follow us on X, um, Twitter,
Yeah,
or
you can see me
whatever
there
it's
on
called now.
Triple X.
You can see
XXX.com.
his triple XL shirts on full display. His man titties are
I moved
ready and
down.
to
I moved
go.
down to an XL now.
God damn it, dude. I swear to God, we've added an extra 15 minutes on the tail end of this shit because I'm just trying to get you over with.
So there's at
Instagram,
least 45
Facebook,
titles of these
TikTok.
porn parodies, and I'm going to
God
watch all of them. Okay, guys? Stay
damn
tuned.
it.
There'll be a lot of censoring.
I hate you. I hate you so much. TikTok, all those things. You know what's up. Like, share, subscribe. Fuck off. All right. Bye.
Bye, guys.